What up? It's the real Keith, any other fabrication of your imagination. And I'm back with another record of Ragnarok Chapter review, chapter 113. And we pick up where we left off with Odin's backstory. They talk about how the Golnir people are hid away from the rest of the world. And we see one of Golnir's disciples, Feldis, talking to a younger god named Velk. And it seems like Velk is very helpful. Velk is just thinking to himself how sick Feldis has gotten. And Feldis gives Velk a necklace that he calls the Gungnir. He considers that his treasure and says that it will protect him as long as he has it. And he tells how Golnir crafted the necklace from the world tree. And Velk is crying, saying that he does not want Feldris to die. And it seems like Feldis is the only person that Velk cares about. And they go on to explain how the Jotunfagel is protecting the village and has specific requirements. For it to function, someone must act as his power source and continuously pour their own life force into it. So Feldis has been doing this, and this is why he is about to die. Feldis is passing the torch on to one of his successors, and his name is Saga. And Feldis found pride in actually keeping the barrier up all these years. He also explains how to dispel the barrier. And Feldis goes on to explain how he is the last direct disciple of Golnir. And he goes on to say that he only has one regret, and that's that he wasn't able to spread Golnir's story. He says, rather than staking your lives on the truth, I'd much rather you live the way you want. And then we see Velk running away. Velk ran to go see the barrier up close. Velk overheard Saga and Feldis talking, and now he knows the incantation to shut off the barrier, and he uses it, and it opens a small hole that he goes through. And from the outside, the barrier just looks like a big boulder. And his reason for leaving is to see if the primordials are still around. And this was the first time any of the Golnir people seen the new world. And he runs into other gods, and he didn't know it was that many gods outside of the barrier. And this god kind of looks like a hippo, and he's drunk. And Velk wants to ask him a question. And he asks many people about the primordial gods, and everyone just feels like it's a fairy tale. And Velk is doing his own research on it. And he is shocked to find out what he has learned is completely different from what the new Valhalla was being taught. And he asks the passing by goddess about the primordials, and she tells him that they were all just a legend. He was extremely happy with the news that he got, and he runs back to the barrier to give everyone the good news that the primordials are gone. Unbeknownst to Velk, he was being followed, and as he was entering the barrier, he was attacked, and it was by the other primordial gods that were still alive. And they talk about how they have to purge anyone that knows the true history. This is what they dedicated their lives to. And Velk blames himself and realized the mistake that he made. The primordials erased themselves from existence because they were waiting on this day to be able to kill the rest of the Golnir people. And Velk is just on the ground bleeding out. And the primordials tell Velk don't blame himself. Because of him, now the world will be saved. And that's where the chapter ends. I'm glad after 100 chapters we finally got some of the actual lore. And it seems like this unknown god named Velk plays a huge role in the series. Even though we already know that he was going to turn into Odin, I'm still waiting to see how exactly he turned into Odin. And it seems like the primordials are not omnipresent. They were able to find Velk almost instantly. He was only in town for like a day. I also feel like Golnir should have made a few more backup defense mechanisms. But that's pretty much it for this chapter and the end of the year for Record of Ragnarok. This also will be one of my shorter videos just because they pretty much sold the stuff that we already knew. But like, share, subscribe, and comment for more Record of Ragnarok chapter reviews. And if you like versus battles, it doesn't cost you a dime while it costs me time. And follow Universal Debates on Facebook and all my other pages. Links in the description.